Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's happening? Welcome to episode number 10 of the Chop Shop Podcast, your best place for all things Atlanta baseball. As always, it's your boy TK, joined by my co-host, Mr. Jermaine JP Powell, and we have a special guest this evening, Jermaine's brother, older brother, I'm assuming,
Yes.
Mr. Yeah, you said my bad. His older brother, DJ. They both DJs too. DJ JP. What's happening, man?
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Thank y'all for inviting me into the chop shop, baby.
So listen, before we get into that, won't you give us a little bit about yourself, man, and what you got going on as far as your podcast, Braves fandom, all that. Just give the people a little something about you.
Well, I'm a DJ, and I run a business out here in Dallas called Alliance Entertainment Group. About 7 DJs work for me. We busy every weekend putting it in, weddings, parties, whatever. And but we're here to talk baseball. I do have a podcast called DJ Cross Talk, where I interview other DJs and talk about the industry, what's going on in the industry. But that's enough about me. Let's get into these Atlanta Bravos, baby.
That's what's up. So we finished last week, man. We got a lot to talk about. We got some big injury news. Of course, we had the return of the prodigal son, Mr. Freddie Freeman. We got that to talk about. Giants, Dodgers. We got a lot going on, man. So we gonna hop right into it a little bit and start things off with some bad news. Injuries, recent injuries, updates, old injuries. So the one that came across the wire today, many people may not know about, our closer, Kenley Jansen. He's now on the 15-day DL with an irregular heartbeat, man. And we back to Will Smith.
Now with Jansen, TK, man, this is not the first time that he's had this irregular heartbeat. If you remember when he was pitching for the Dodgers back in 18 and 19, he wouldn't pitch at Colorado games when they played him at Coors Field because of the elevation in his heart rate. So this is not the first time he's had that. So let's just hope this is just a blip on the screen and it's nothing serious. But this is a recurring thing with Mr. Jansen.
Yeah. And back you brought up with Colorado, but also back in November of 2018, he underwent a procedure, corrective heart surgery. Matter of fact, that was his second procedure in November 18 because of the recurrence of the irregular heartbeat. And I think his first one was back in 2012. He underwent a procedure back then because it had something to do with abnormal tissue bothering the left atrium of his heart. Like it's a real complicated issue, man. And hats off to him for being able to withstand all of that and play through it at such a high level. But as Braves fan, it hurts. So I'm gonna go to our guest, Mr. DJ JP, and get your take on Kenley Jansen, how you think this will affect the team.
Man, he's been pitching pretty good, but he scares the living crap out of me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think they'll, somehow the Braves seem to rally, man, because we got other injuries and it seems to be the next man up. So I kind of like that because Albies went out and or senior or however you say, or man, he's been killing it. I mean, everybody steps up. So I think we're gonna be all right. Whoever it is, they give us a heart attack anyway. So, but man, I think we're gonna be all right. I think the next man up is gonna be all right. I just hope he's all right and it doesn't ruin his career or end his career or anything.
Yeah, that's the most important thing is him, his health. Baseball aside, but I mean, I hope he bounces back, but like you say, next man up, which is Will Smith, and JP. I know you had your fair share of things to say about Will, man. How you taking it so far?
Wow. The only good thing I can say about it now is Will Smith. He actually has experience as the closer. He was our closer before.
Yeah,
Hey, he was the closer when we won the World Series last year. So yeah, he's shaky as Jansen, maybe a little shakier if you want to say that, but at least he's been in this role before. So at least until Kenley gets back, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel the same way.
So my only concern is in my opinion, Jansen has been he's been better than Smith. He hadn't been as volatile as Smith.
Right.
He's done well. His last few, he of course he had the blown save. We'll talk about that a little later. But I mean, he was second in the league in saves.
Right.
At 20. So it's a it could possibly be a hard blow depending on how Will Smith reacts. But I'm still worried because again, it's Will Smith, man. My heart can't take it with him sometimes. But
I
you know,
can't understand how you say Will Smith, man. Jensen be giving me a heart attack too, man, with
Yeah,
the
he
herky
does too.
jerky. Man. I mean, it seems like every time I tune in late or something, and we up 2 or 3, there go a ball after a home run. And I'm like, come on, man, just come on and get these 3 outs and get out of here. If you got to throw it, but I don't know. Hey, it is. They get paid to do something. Let's hope Will steps up. But like Jermaine said, Will has been there before, man. So at least
yeah,
he got experience. We ain't just going to somebody
Right.
fresh.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, he had 38 saves last year, so
Yeah, and look at how
he was there.
they can work the bullpen and get him there, man. I think we're gonna be all right. As
Oh
long as
yeah.
they keep hitting, they can't let the bats go back to sleep.
That we'll
Yeah,
definitely
that's true.
Speaking of bats,
Oh no.
our boy Ronald Acuña Jr. went down Saturday night.
Yeah.
Foul ball tipped off his left foot in the third, and he played until the 8th inning.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know if that hurt him more or what, but he stuck it out. He played to the left inning, and now he's out. But they hadn't placed him on the DL, anything like that.
Yeah.
Of course he missed the game Sunday against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And he's sitting out tonight against the Phillies. But he asked for a scooter because he couldn't put pressure. He said it hurts to put pressure on his foot. So I'm gonna ask y'all: are you worried, or it is what it is? What you got, JP?
I'm actually kind of worried. I'm kind of worried because, like you said, they can't put the pressure on his foot is very alarming and concerning at the same time. Plus, since that last injury, man, every time he go down at the plate, you just holding your breath because the lineup changes so much when he's not at the top, man. Now Dansby's leading off, but Dansby is much better than that 2-hole. But yeah, I'm kind of worried. I'm gonna put a worried face next to mine.
Okay. Okay.
Oh wow. Again, man, I go next man up, bro. He was gone for a lot of the season last year, and they
Yeah.
handled the load, man. And you just got to have people step up and hit when you got somebody down. People got to keep going. And it's not like they're not playing good. It's just I know he's a spark plug at the top of the lineup, but
Yeah.
I think they're gonna be all right. And hopefully he won't be out long. And
Yeah.
if he needs to take time to heal, take time to get better. Don't come back too early.
Right. Now, you say next man up, and like you brought up last year, and they went and got somebody. They went and got Jock, and we had Eddie.
Yeah.
Right now we got Heredia and Ozuna. Like, I think I'm a better fielder than Ozuna, and I'm 43 years old and ain't threw a baseball in ages.
How about it? Even though we ain't got to buy and sell yet, but how about it?
Yeah. I buy it. Don't keep the receipt because I ain't returning. But I will say I'm not worried. I'm panicking. I'm not panicking, but it's concerning. You look at you look at Acuña.
Mm-hmm.
When he started in right field, the Braves are 21-10.
Wow.
When he's not starting but DH, he's the Braves are 6-5. So, like you said, Jeff, I want him to come back fully healthy, play in the field, because with him out there with Duvall, with Harris, we have one of the better defensive outfields in the game. So,
Yeah.
hopefully he comes back healthy and ready to go. Now,
Yeah.
up next, we got an update on your boy Jermaine, old good old Eddie Rosario, man. Now he went out with the eye. He underwent surgery.
Right.
He had a swollen retina, and he's close to coming back, man. He's in Gwinnett right now, AAA.
Yeah.
And I think over his last 2 games, he had 4 hits, which is more than he had the whole time.
Yeah, he had 3 before he left. So yeah, you're right.
He was the owner of that .84 batting average. So hearing this news of him, playing well in Gwinnett, and I get it, it's AAA, but you still got to hit the ball regardless. But hearing the news that he's playing well in AAA, he's got his eye fixed, and they are expecting him back, in July real soon. What's you guys' take on this? Like, what if you was AA, Jeff, what would you do with Rosario once he comes back?
Man, you got to play him and see if he gonna hit. You got to play him. He was a spark plug, even if you put him at DH or something. But you got to see if he got something left, because now it's wasted money because you ain't gonna be able to get rid of him for nothing. So he ain't no secret weapon, so you can't just sit him over there on the bench and hide him. You're gonna have to play him and see what he got. And prayerfully, he comes back and give us that same spark plug he did last year. Maybe he couldn't see it. Maybe he couldn't hit because he couldn't see.
He said prayerfully.
I'm just
my boy said we need an intervention from a high power to help Eddie Rosario, dog.
Hey man, but I don't know. I mean, maybe the eye thing was really affecting him. Now that he's got his eyesight fixed, he'll be better.
That's what I'm hoping. What about you, Jermaine?
Hey, I'm echoing the same thing what Jeff said. The only thing I'm gonna do is add on to it a little bit. We need him back. Michael Harris is cementing his place at center field. Hopefully Acuña comes back at right field. Left field is where we had the question at. Adam Duvall seemed to be heating up a little bit, but if y'all hadn't looked over his last 7 games, he's 2 for 20 with no home runs, no RBIs, no nothing. So in Osuna, you don't know what you're gonna get with him. Is he hitting the ball hard or he's not hitting it? So yeah, we need Rosario back in the lineup, especially if he can give us something, because left field is potential hole right there now.
Right. So I ask y'all one more follow-up question then. Who do you sit? Who do you get rid of?
Oh, you mean send down?
No, to make a spot for him on the roster.
Well, somebody you're probably gonna have to outright get rid of, because some people are out of AAA options. So,
what about my favorite person, Heredia? Jermaine say he's the heartbeat of the team, but
he is, man. I don't know if the Heredia will leave. He's the clubhouse guy, so and he's the 9th inning defensive replacement. So, I don't know.
After what he did in the World Series, he ain't no replacement.
I don't know, TK. I don't know if you can send a pitcher down.
I think Duvall is a better outfielder than him
defensively, but he's hot and cold on Duvall.
So but I need you to catch the ball too, because you can be cold at the plate, but you can't be missing balls in the World Series either.
I don't know. That's a good question. Heredia would be the logical choice, TK, because he very seldom plays. Or I doubt they send Phil Gosselin back down, because he's there to back up Arcia right now with Albies being out. So,
and we don't know how long Albies gonna be out. So
no, you really don't.
So that's not even.
I thought it was 10 weeks though.
That's what it initially said.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like we don't know how he's gonna react to rehab. We don't know how he's gonna react to procedure and all of that. So 10 is probably the baseline. So I'm with y'all. It may be Heredia, man, or they may drop an infielder, Mike Ford.
Yeah,
they look at it differently than we are, and they got a sheet and teams to think about everything and what's going to be best for the team. And we just looking at what we see. We're like, ugh, Heredia. But he might like Jermaine feels he's the heartbeat, but I don't know.
Well,
I don't see him giving up.
The problem is, like say Ozuna. Nobody's trading for that 16 and a half. He's still old for the next 3 years.
No.
3 seasons after this one. The Braves breaking money in hand over fist. They could just eat that salary, but I don't think that's physically responsible. So like the only real options you have is maybe Heredia or Ford or Gosling. That's about it.
But you say that, man, and somebody might see him as a spark plug. I mean,
Ozuna.
If he gets hot. Listen, man, if he get hot, he hot. And that, hey, that was a big home run the other night. I mean,
his moments are far and few in between. I'll say that.
That's
why
the
y'all
problem,
talking? I'm checking stats. And, so
like his consistency leaves much to be desired.
Yeah. And his glove leaves a lot to be desired. Yeah, let's get into Rosario off the screen, man. I'm tired of looking at him.
Right.
Yeah.
He bringing back flashback.
Up next.
Good flashback, though. Good
next, we got Mike Soroka. Last I checked, he was throwing off the mound. I think I saw some highlights. May have been early June. With Mike. So him coming back, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on, AAA for a while, probably 2-3 starts. See what he does. But hopefully we get him back and we get 2019 Mike Soroka.
Yes.
They need to put a super tendon in that Achilles.
Worst luck of any Braves player I've seen.
Yes. No.
He's
sure
up there.
Been other ones just bad. Yeah.
So you get him back. What do you do? Because right now you got Max Fried, who looking like a Cy Young candidate.
Ooh, I'm ready for this one.
You got Kyle Wright, Ian Anderson. You got the old man Charlie Morton, who was dealing tonight. I hadn't checked on the game tonight, but he was looking pretty good before we got on. And then you got Spencer Strider. So do you run with 6 starters? Or who do you move?
I'm ready for this one, TK. Let me jump in here first.
Go ahead.
First thing I need Mike Soroka to understand is you were great 2019, but you are not the ace anymore. We have a new ace. His name is Max Fried. So we want you to come back. And you mentioned Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton, his last 4 starts, he got a win and 3 no decisions. But, man, he's been rolling in those wins. He's been looking a lot better. Spencer Strider held a potent Dodgers lineup to no hits on Sunday night. I mean, not no hits. I'm sorry, no earned runs.
Yep.
And I think it was 6 hits that they had. And he was lights out. He should have had the win. Of course, we know what happened at the end of the game. But me right now, if Soroka comes back even, close to what he was 2019, Ian Anderson got to go.
Okay. I see you. So when you say
wow, that's a tough decision, bro. I'm looking at these stats. Ooh.
Anderson got to go.
Go to the bullpen or go period.
He could go to the bullpen or go to Gwinnett.
Yeah, but you're right. He has Morton has the worst record. He has the highest ERA, and I don't know, dog.
Yeah, Morton is 4-3, but over his last 4 starts, Morton has looked a lot better. Even one had 12 Ks in one performance. Ian Anderson is the way Spencer Strider is playing right now, you can't put Spencer on the bench
that's a
the way he's
non-starter.
playing now. I mean, the guy's going 90, 98 plus every time.
Looked good Sunday night too. Even though he looked like he should be somewhere selling ice cream pop somewhere. Looked like a little kid. Man. Yeah, he's a little fella, but nah, he be bringing the heat, boy. I'm like, dang, he got a cannon for an arm.
So what y'all thinking? I'm thinking Ian Anderson got to go.
I'm gonna let you roll with that.
You know what? I don't think I would get rid of Ian Anderson. As far as like optioning him or sending him down or whatever, I would move him, to the bullpen. Or you know what? I probably run with 6. I don't know if I run with 6 starting pitchers or not, man.
I wouldn't.
We got too many injuries to do that.
But I also wouldn't. I wouldn't get rid of them because, like you said, we got injuries. You never know what's gonna happen to somebody else. You can always, bring him right from the bullpen back into the rotation.
I can live with that. I'm with the bullpen. I can live with that.
Yeah.
If anybody, I'd probably get rid of Jackson Stevens or probably Jackson, man.
Chavez too, man.
No,
man.
No, Jesse goes nowhere.
I can see the scare in that, boy. Ooh, wait.
No, sir.
That's your inning eater.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't.
Okay. Because you're not gonna get rid of McHugh.
No.
You're not gonna get rid of AJ Minter.
Nope.
So it probably be Stevens with me. And the reason why I say that is because of our next guy.
Yeah.
So you got Tyler Magic that's coming back.
Wow. Hey, these are great problems though.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, they are good problems to have, but you have to make the right decisions with these problems, man.
Yeah.
So
end up having to trade them.
Yeah.
Oof.
But I mean, he's a lefty, and we got 3 lefties right now in the bullpen. So I don't know, man. Like you said, it's a good problem to have, but I'm still I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. But all I do know is I'm glad they all coming back.
Right.
The team is getting healthier, and we rolling. So moving on. Last week we had the Braves got their first taste of winning teams in 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks with the Giants and the Dodgers. So we gonna start with the Giants. That first game, Braves won 2-1.
Right.
And we kind of talked about it on the last episode, Jermaine, because it was going on.
Yeah.
While we were talking, but it had a nice playoff feel, man.
It did.
Your boy Max, he went 7. He 5 hits, 8 Ks, and had we had the game winning hit by Arcia to left field. So that was a nice game, man. 2-1.
Right.
Yeah.
Pitchers doing their thing. It was good to see.
Yeah. It was a good week of games. I mean, it was good.
I had said we was gonna go 5-2. We should have won that last one, but that's neither.
That was right.
Yeah, you finally got one right. You said
finally
You said 4-3. Jermaine predicted 4-3 for
He was
last
wrong.
week's slate of games.
He
Hey,
was
I
wrong.
actually even said 3 out of 4 against the Giants, and we would win 1 against the Dodgers.
And we, you know what? We can play with the Dodgers, dog.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can.
we can.
We can play with the Dodgers. I think we need to get more hits. We're too reliant on home runs to win.
Yep.
And
we
once,
don't play small ball at all.
yeah, it's go hard or go home, or catch a L with this team. And we
Yeah.
need we need a little more than that, man. We need better situational baseball
You're right.
at the plate. You know what I'm saying? Moving runners around and all of that. But so we go to game 2, and against the Giants, they lost 12-10.
Yep.
They shouldn't have lost that one.
No, they shouldn't have lost that one either. That was a wild game.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Your boy Strider, he started off rough, boy.
Yep.
He gave up, the 6 runs real quick. But the offense, anytime your pitcher giving up 6 runs, your offense is still keeping you in the game. You in a good spot. Our boy Matt Olson, he came through, had the 2 home runs.
He did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, bullpen, Strider gave up 6, the other guys gave up 6. Like that's,
and you still scored 10 runs.
And you still scored 10 runs. Like that didn't really hurt me that bad, man.
Yeah, that could have been a win. Yeah.
Although we should have won, but we lost, and it didn't really hurt.
Right.
So we go to game 3.
Yep.
Braves won 4-3. This your boy Charlie Morton had a good outing, 11 Ks. He pitched 7. As a matter of fact, we was talking while this game was going on, man, because they was down 3. Going into the night, man. They had the big 3-run night, and it capped off with Adam Duvall getting the game-winning hit. One of the most notable things about that game, man, leading up to that victory, the team was 2-24 when they trailing after 6 innings, right?
Wow.
But
what a
they were 0-26, 0-26 when they was trailing after the 7th or the 8th inning.
Wow. 0-26?
Yeah.
That means we're not coming back at all.
At all.
All.
If we trailing, them late innings, chances are we ain't there winning. But to watch that game and to see them bounce back like that, and Olsen get the hit. Was that the game that Dansby got walked? No, that was that.
I think it was. I think that was the one he got walked. If I'm
not
mistaken.
It was the following game when they scored that 5-run inning. But to see Adam Duvall get that hit after he had been struggling, like you said, Jermaine, he was struggling to get that big hit. To see how hype he was, celebrating, everybody celebrating with him. It was a good win, man.
Right.
I appreciated watching that.
Yeah.
So then you got, the final game of the series, game 4. 7-6 victory. Kyle Wright on the bump. 5 in the third. He gave up 10 hits, 4 runs, 4 Ks. And this is another game where again the offense stepped up.
Yeah.
Dansby had the two home runs.
He did.
What I appreciated about the offense was on that game, you had Acuña out, Riley was out,
yep, and
Adam Duvall was out.
Yep.
Wow. So to have your heavy hitters out, and 2/3 of your outfield defensively out, and still win the game, it shows how deep and how solid this team is from 1 through 9.
Which goes back to my point.
Next man up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Giants gone. Now here come the Dodgers, man, and
I hate it, Dodgers.
the hated Dodgers, you know, and in the way some of the fans talk, you would think they would call the Los Angeles Freddies.
Yeah.
Because that's and I get it. I know that Freddie Freeman's name was going to dominate all the talk amongst the fans, talk amongst the media, and all of that. But before we talk about the game, man, I may be in the minority here, but I was annoyed as hell with all that crying and carrying on he was doing.
Can you see it? The Freeman.
Yeah, I see it.
Why? I mean, why, man? I would be the same way too, brother. It's just like you've been there all that time, man, and somehow that got jacked up. Somebody messed that up. And I think old boy wanted to show his wares since he won a World Series in the brass. Let whoever was calling the shots, let him do something. And Olsen's okay, man, but to me, that's the backbone of your team. Even when everybody else, he's your superstar that was playing like a superstar all the time. And you let him walk and he gone. No, I cried with Freddie, man. I'm sorry. Yeah, it hurt my heart, bro.
Something happened, TK, and as I shared with both of y'all earlier today, Freddie fired his management team today. After what's coming, and there's been rumors and leaks that the manager that he had is the one that actually got into it with Alex Anthopoulos that led to the whole division. And the crying thing, I get it. He wanted to stay there, but I feel like, we don't all know what happened behind the scenes, but if it was that much to you, y'all should have made a way to make that work. I don't understand what could have happened.
Okay, did you listen to the thing or listen to some of the reports where they said that somebody's either the Braves or his people gave them an hour to make a decision?
I heard it was his people that gave the Braves an hour to make a decision.
And then in that time, he went and signed Olsen. So if you want to keep your superstar, bro, you okay, hey, let's get to the table and talk. Man, they should have solved that mess. As soon as we won the World Series, Freddie should have been signed the next day. Man, you want the kitchen sink, here it is.
No,
to me,
no.
You don't think so?
You don't give him the kitchen sink, bro. At that age.
Why not?
At that age.
At the age at the end of the contract,
Does Freddie look like he's breaking down?
Not now, but it's not about now. Right. At the end of a 7-year contract with him, you'd have been paying $40 million for maybe not even a part-time player.
Like my thing is, okay, if you wanted to be there, like some of these fans saying he wanted to be there, then you would have just taken the 5 years that they offered you, and they offered you a nice contract for 5 years.
Do we know that they offered him that, or is that just the rumor?
No, that was
fact.
That was fact.
That was fact.
Even Chipper spoke on this, and Chipper no more than any of us out here.
They should have traded his buddy and got rid of him.
I mean, that's another conversation. But yeah. But
man, I think Freddie deserves to cry as much as he wants to, man. He was heartbroken, man. And if your management team is in the way, pick up the phone yourself and call. Hey, let's get this done.
That's what Chipper said.
That's the thing.
Chipper said,
man. Let's get this done.
Look, okay. Everything was good, TK. I'm gonna say this real quick, TK. I know we're on time here, but everything was all good after the World Series. But when he got to with his management, there was a stalemate between them. And hey, Freddie was like, "Are you coming to sign? You're not gonna sign. Whatever you're gonna do." So AA went out and had this trade in place, which you got to do to protect yourself. What if Freddie would have just left and didn't have another trade in place? No telling who would have had at first base. So I mean, I get it. Olsen is what, 5 years younger, 4 or 5 years younger, I think, than Freddie. Well, it might be, maybe more than 5. And
I really don't care.
When you look, I know what you're saying. He's the hometown hero, but I think what me and TK is getting at. If you really wanted to stay that bad, what's the difference in a year?
Here's my thing. You saying he deserved the kitchen sink and all of that. You would think after all the time that he spent here, all the things they've been through,
right?
We could talk man to man. We don't need agents. If I'm not hearing from you, I should be able to pick up the phone and call you, Jermaine. I should be able to pick up the phone and
but the thing is, that's a new guy in town. That's not Freddie's man. That's not they are.
That's still you got the owners though.
How long he been there, man?
AA been there what?
I
This
thought
is
he was
third.
there about like 2 years.
Third.
About third year, I think.
He had been there 2 years. Freddie been there 10 or 12.
How long the owner's been there?
I don't know what the ownership is. I mean,
I'm just saying. What my point is, like you had in New England with Tom
There's
Brady.
a lot of football fumbles on that, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
He can go straight to Robert Kraft. He can go straight to Robert Kraft. They had that type of relationship. I'm sure Freddie had that type of relationship with ownership.
Yeah.
I think they just fumbled it on both sides to some extent.
Yeah, and I think they got it got into a Piston contest.
It did.
Just shot it in the wind and blew back in their face.
It did.
Yeah.
But
all that crap was
just hit a home run to put the Braves in the lead, so it's okay.
All that goddamn crap was just,
it was
just unnecessary.
Bro, he was hurt. And I mean, I think it finally the whole thing just came down.
But if you noticed anything about Freddie, he's always been emotional, though. Not just this day. He's always been emotional. So, I mean, if you watch this documentary, they got a 30-30 from him where he lost his mom and, his wife was going through some complications of pregnancy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so he's an emotional person. Not saying that the events wasn't emotional, but, he wears his heart on his sleeve. But, yeah. So, it was a big weekend.
So, would you have been better with him if he'd have been tough and be like, yeah, I'm glad I'm back here and I'm coming here to kick their butt? Would you have felt better about that, TK?
Yeah. Yeah, I would have.
That would have made you better for him to say that instead of showing that he still wanted to be a Brave.
Yeah, because if, like I said, if you wanted to be a Brave, you'd have been a Brave. They offered you 5 years, $130 million. Then your team said that ain't enough. The Braves bumped it up to 140. Okay, so what's the problem?
Signing with the Dodgers with? I ain't even look after it was over.
He signed with the Dodgers for 62. 6 years for 162. 6 for 162.
Is it really about money when you do that?
That's what I was like. We don't know what happened. Yeah,
it had to be. If you wanted that 6 years, like you look at it from a team perspective, dog. Like you old, you gonna be old, and we gonna be in influx with looking at the players around us now. We can't get your old ass another $40 million.
But okay, but
I'd rather them dig up Sid Bream and slap him on goddamn first base.
They could have. Hey, Freddie could have DH, man. Once he got older,
for a $40 million DH, bro.
He would have been better than Ozuna.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Ozuna ain't making $40 million though.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. But I'm saying Freddie's a better hitter than him. But
that's
me.
question.
I'm just deep in. I mean, I don't know. I'm just Freddie. So it's all good. So
I'm glad you're on here. That we got different perspectives on it.
Don't get me wrong. I love Freddie. I appreciated everything he did for the Braves. But I mean, my boy out there, he boo-hooing and wailing. Like the old lady at the funeral. I want to go.
Getting in the casket with
the show. Yeah, he climbing in the casket with the way he acted. He putting on the show, bro. He took some hellified acting classes while he was in LA.
Did you hear what Clayton Kershaw said?
I was gonna bring that up too. They sick of it too.
Clayton Kershaw was like, "Hey, we want to know that you really with us.
Are you
like you a Dodger now? Are you with us? Or you still with the Braves?" That's pretty much what Clayton said. So,
well, like they said, maybe this series let him get it off his chest, get it all behind him, and it's over. Now he can go on. It's not like he's playing bad baseball anyway.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I mean, he's the one player of the week.
But man, hey, if I want, I like to see that somebody showing vulnerability. I'm sorry, it hit me. It touched my soul.
Listen, and I'm not knocking that, but dog, he crying, he get up. He come back, he crying some more. I'm like, bro, it's 3 days. Why is you still crying? It's over. I'm pretty sure you done cashed one of them checks. It's over.
Yeah. Well, it's over now. He's not coming back this year unless they end up playing in the National Champions League.
They'll see him again because we going.
Yeah.
All right. Now get into the weeks. The rest of the games. Game 1. We lost 4-1. Ian Anderson gave up 6 hits, 4 earned runs, 4 walks, 6 Ks, and bro. Speaking of Ian, like you said, Jermaine, I think four. um, Ian in his last 7 starts, 5 of his last 7 starts, he's given up 4 runs, 4 more. 4 or more runs, 5 of the last 7. So, when I say I wouldn't be mad if they put him in the bullpen, set up role, eat innings up something, you know, he that ain't gonna work, man. But
Ian Anderson gave up 2 runs right off the bat in that first inning and never recovered. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know we all watched the game or whatever. The moment looked too big for the Braves. It's like they were the one with the Freddie Freeman hangover than more so the Dodgers. Did y'all get that feel from game one?
They could be.
Did you get that in game one? To me,
yeah,
it just
you know what?
No.
They should have gave him that ring. They should have mailed it to him.
God, dog. That.
Because listen, you got all the pompous circumstance surrounding it. That's taken away from the rest of the club, man.
I just felt the Braves looked out of whack that game. When Ian Anderson, like I said, gave them 2 runs in that first inning, they didn't recover from that, Tyrus. They didn't.
All uphill.
I never felt they was gonna win that game. I never did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
then we got game 2. So
yeah, you go to game 2.
Yeah,
we won 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
The night before I had dogged Ozuna badly. I called you and I talked bad on Ozuna, and every time I talk bad about him, he proved me wrong. But he came out. He hit 2. He hit 2 home runs. No, he had a 2-run home run. That big home run.
Yeah.
To take the lead.
The game winner. Yeah.
Yeah. He basically hit that game winner. Max Fried once again, steady as they come. 6 2/3, 9 Ks, gave up 2 earned runs. He did give us 6 hits, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
One thing I liked about him, and I text you while the game was going on. The man pitched himself in the jam. He pitched himself right back out of it.
Right.
And he's done that time and time again this year. So, when it comes down to it, man, he's gonna be in that Cy Young consideration.
Yeah, he pitching, bro. He's throwing that tater.
And TK, before we go to game 3 real quick, we got a little tradition. I know Jeff watched the show. I don't know if you know about it, but every time when we dog a guy, they end up doing great. And I dogged Riley early in the year, and look at him now. TK dogged Swanson. Look at him now. Mm-hmm. So now, JP, is your time to pick somebody so you can dog them and they can get it turned around.
Well, I've dogged him already, so he's on the DL. So maybe I'm the wrong one. But I mean, I don't really see anybody that's
Sooner, since you was taking up for him.
I'm not dogging him, though. I'm taking up for him. I don't have anybody to dog out except for Herky Jerky, and he's on the DL. Okay, so I can't dog him out. I'm hoping he's going to get recovered from the heart problem.
But we'll ask you next time. Maybe you have somebody else.
Yeah, maybe I'll probably have somebody I'm mad with over the week while we up here in Philly.
Before we get to game 3, let me just say this about the game 2. Like, we was watching the game, Jermaine, and your boy was out there dealing, and they lost the lead. Was that? I think it was Minter gave up that home run tied at 3.
Yeah, it was Minter gave it up.
And that blew the win for Max Fried.
Yep.
Now he's sitting at, what is he, 7-2 now? 8-2?
He's 7-2.
He's 7-2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, out of his last 5 starts, bro, 3 of them have been no decisions.
Yep.
Right. But what's bad about it is the fact that in those 3 no decisions, he's pitched 21 2/3 and only given up 3 runs with 21 Ks.
Just blowing leads to kill you, man.
That's outstanding.
They killing it,
Yeah, they kill, and that'll make your season long and tough too, boy.
Yeah.
I know he's sitting there. He's sitting in the dugout like or in the clubhouse, he like R. Kelly was talking to Gail. Y'all killing me with this shit, man.
Yeah, but they can't say
That
nothing
supposed to be
when they go out and throw
right
a
now.
stinker. Yeah, when he go out and throw a stinker and they have to pick him up, it's different. It's just the same.
Also, man, he got 12 quality starts on the year too.
12
quality starts,
and that's most on the team. I think that's third in the majors.
Yep.
You know, like they bullpen got to do better, man. They got to,
Max got to hit too.
And Jeff called him herky jerky.
Yeah,
herky jerky got to do his thing.
Now he was lights out in this game, though.
Yeah,
he was lights out in game 2.
He was.
Hits, y'all.
I don't even think anybody reached base on.
He struck out the
2.
side.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he got his.
He was almost at. He was at that point Sunday too with 2 outs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he got his 20th save. That game 2, which put him second place in MLB.
Hey, I can come up with one. We're gonna dog Olsen for not catching that line drive right over his head. Maybe he'll start playing better. Let me dog him out for that. I got my. There you go. Come on, Olsen, catch the line. Freddie would have caught that.
Freddie would have caught that. Man. Listen, man, that dude 6'5". Olsen is 6'5". He couldn't get that, man.
God, yeah. That would have been ball game and win the series.
The only thing TK talk about in game 3 is that freaking blown slave at the end with 2 outs and nobody on. Oh my gosh.
Blown save, Jermaine. That was a hit over his head. That old boy didn't even know where he hit the ball. And it went over Olsen's head.
Yeah, but before that point, it was 2 outs with nobody on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. And then that scored both of those runs. But also you can't, I don't care who pitching, you can't just let people just walk to second base and get in scoring position. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did concede that one there.
Jermaine said, "Oh, it's okay. They can concede the base." I'm like, "No, it's gonna come back to hurt." And I'd be doggone if it did not come back to hurt.
Yeah, it did. But one good thing though, old Herky, when he got back to the bullpen, he went like this. TK, he was like, "That's on me." So
it was. It's
we look at him like, no, duh.
No, yeah, over the that's my fault. Yeah, it is your fault. How about just getting people out?
Oh my God!
You know,
and know, also this game, Jermaine, you brought it up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Our boy Spencer Strider, man, he tried to pitch his way into that rookie of the year, man. He went 6.
Oh yeah,
7 Ks, 0 earned runs against this Dodger lineup.
Arguably the number 1 lineup in baseball.
He was bringing the heat because when they were showing them side angles, they were a second behind the pitch, man. I mean, the ball was in the catcher's mitt and they swinging.
And keep in mind, he was going against the best pitcher right now in baseball, in Tony Gonsolin.
Yep.
And he stood toe-to-toe with him.
Yeah, he did.
He stood toe-to-toe with him. I mean, of course, Gonsolin, we got 2 on him late, which should have won the game. But, hey, Strider, hey, he's
that's
impressed.
Another part of that game, too, that makes a difference. We left a runner somewhere that we should have got home. Did we have somebody on third base with like 1 out or something and didn't get the ball out the infield?
Yeah, I think it was, Yeah, we had a strikeout and a pop. Yeah, we did. I forgot who was on
go
third.
up there swinging and try to hit the fences and just get the run home. Come on, y'all. Who was that? Somebody, another chipper, weak grounder to short and don't even advance the runner. Come on, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. And again, like I said earlier, man, we need for them to get better with hitting the ball and not just depending on scoring, home runs. But they have,
when Acuña slid past that base too, that called because the next person hit a home run.
Yeah,
just come on, fella.
Speaking of home runs, man, they hit quite a few, not as many as the week before, but they did their thing, and this would be a good time to show you what they had.
All right.
Some relief here, Chris Parkman in. High fly ball, deep to left center field. That ball's hit well. That ball is gone! Dansby Swanson does it again. He sparked the game-winning rally last night. Another fly ball hit high in the air toward left field. Peterson on the run to the warning track, to the wall and go. A two-homer day for Dansby Swanson. He's not going anywhere. The pitch. Swing and a shot. Hammer to right. That ball is gone. A line drive homer.
That was like a
very
nice
Scored 2 runs now. Swung hit high in the air, deep right center field. That's toward the Braves bullpen. That ball is gone. Braves have the lead. Zach Littell, he's 0 for 1. Harris running. The pitch swung on and belted. Deep left field. Hit batsman. Home run into the Hank Aaron. Swing and a drive. Belted center field and deep. That ball's not coming back. We got a 2-1 game. 3-1 pitch. Swing drive. Deep left field.
Yeah, he been on fire.
He ain't trying to take my job.
Swing, fly ball, well hit left center field. At the track, at the wall, it's gone. Dansby Swanson with a leadoff homer. One. He hits one in the air. Deep center field. Billions and watches it go.
And he sent the same gift back to Brown.
Dansby Swanson drives the ball in the air. Center field. Gone. Two-run shot. Braves strike first.
I got mine, TK.
So what you
I
got
got mine. Let me get that Matt Olson first one. Oh my gosh, man, he launched that one, boy. I'm going with Matt Olson for the Bonds of the Week.
That was a beautiful swing. Beautiful.
Who you got, Jeff?
I'm going with Ozuna. That not just the swing, the full show around the bases was I just loved it. Him and Wash with the slap at third, man, it was great.
Mine, I'm going with Ozuna too, but it wasn't that one Jeff talking about. It was the one which ended up being the game winner.
Yeah, the 5-3.
Dodgers, 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think that was that one though, wasn't it? Was that in that game?
Was it that one?
Yeah, I think it was because Swanson had did something. He hit one, and then Ozuna won the game.
Yeah.
They were both. I think that was both, but it don't matter. It was still sweet, man. Especially that, man. That was so pretty, bro. When him and Wash, I said, yeah, that shut them Dodgers up, man.
So, we closed out the series, man, and we brought up a few players that we gonna talk about now on buy or sell. And you know what? I've been waiting for us to have another person here with us for buy or sell. Because like when we play this back and show it in the different groups or whatnot, get the feedback and all the different opinions, man. We love to see that. So it's good to have somebody else on here with us. So we gonna get right into it. Buy or sell.
I'm at 35 down 40, 40, now 5 at a down, better down 45, 45 at a down, better down 50, I'm at 45 at a down, better down 50,
So first up, we gonna start with my boy that I picked, Mr. Dansby Swanson. And the question that I have for both of you guys, buy or sell, Dansby should be the starter in the All-Star game.
Sell.
Okay.
Sell.
Jermaine.
And it hurts me to say it, but right now when you look at it, man, he's not over Turner, although he went toe-to-toe with him this weekend. But Trey Turner has got 90 hits, 313 batting average, 10 home runs, 53 RBIs on the year. So he's not over Turner yet, because in the shortstop for the starting shortstop for the NL, it's really a three-man race with Turner, Swanson, and Lindor from the Mets. But right now, Turner got the edge, so I'm gonna have to sell it.
He ahead of Lindor. I think he stay ahead of Lindor.
Yeah,
what you
he's
got,
ahead
Jeff?
of Lindor.
Wow, after that dissertation, I'm gonna have to sell too. Thanks, man. I had the sign already because I was ready to buy, but
he done brought the sign, TK.
I'm like, okay, I'm out. All right. He told the truth though, but statistically, but it's a popularity contest, man.
Yeah, I agree. It is it's a popularity contest. And I think Turner get it because it's a popularity contest and because they live in a much bigger market.
Yep.
With LA. So I personally have to sell it myself. I do think by the end of the year though, the way Dan's been going, I think Dansby will outplay him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But again, big market Atlanta versus Atlanta. And like they just met up and Dansby had a great showing.
He did.
And I text you, Jermaine. I'm like, Dansby doing this thing. He's got the eyes of the nation on him right now.
They played head to head.
Well,
head to head.
He played up in the World Series.
But he's not. It's not like it's a landslide though. I mean, you heard those numbers. Swanson is at 84 hits, 304 average, 13 homers, 43 RBIs. I mean, it's right there. But you have to get an edge to Turner right now. But yeah, he can catch him.
Yeah.
I think he can catch him.
Yeah. I believe.
Speaking of that, go vote. If you're listening to this, go vote. Vote again after you get through listening. We can make the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with that. So moving on. Let's see. Who do I want to go with? So I'm gonna go with this one before my next one. So this last week, they have lowered the number of pitchers on the roster from 14 to 13. And my question to you guys is this a buy or sell? Lowering the pitchers on the roster is good.
I'm gonna sell that one. I liked it at 14. You never know when you need that extra person, especially with the injuries and all going out. So I gotta sell that.
I agree. And these crazy doubleheaders starting at 10 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I look up the Braves and I already played. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, they already played the game. So no, I think you need those pitchers on the roster just in case somebody hurt or something happened.
And you got COVID coming back up and stuff like that. So
you get a blowout game, and then you got to put an infielder in, and that's just giving it away. So no.
Man,
you know it's easy. Come on around.
I'm buying it.
Oh,
why are you buying? Why? Because you want to keep Heredia?
Nah, man.
Wow.
So, reason why I'm buying it is because the premise behind it is because of the offense, right? To raise the amount of offense in the game of baseball,
right?
And let's be real, man. Pitching duels are cool, but just like the slam dunk in the NBA, the home run is what people want to see.
Yeah.
And I am an offensive-minded person. I would rather see 10 home runs versus 2 pitchers going, with 8-9 strikeouts apiece. That's just me. And I think a lot more people would rather see more offense. And because look at the WNBA, man. That's one of the biggest knocks people say to me. I love watching WNBA because I love the fundamentals. Women can shoot and whatnot. But the biggest gripe people tell me is that
it's boring.
Action. No action. It's boring. And that's how I feel about, that was one of my biggest gripes with Major League Baseball. That at times it's just mundane. It's boring. That's why I love Acuña so much because he brings life to the game, man. And
off a base hit, he does.
Yeah, the traditionalists and the purists, they hate that stuff. But I love it, man. So again, I'm buying it. You can keep the receipt because I ain't bringing it back.
Oh man!
Since you put it that way,
go ahead, Jermaine. I'm gonna go last. I can't. I'm gonna wait on this one. Go ahead. What you got? You buying or selling?
I already sold it.
Okay. I just want to chime back in on that, brother. I'm a Braves fan. We watch pitching duels, bro. We had the best pitching staff in baseball for a long time. Smoltzy, Maddox, them pain corners, man. I'm a baseball purist too. I love your home runs too, man. But I love a good pitching duel because we grew up in the National League. Now that I live in Dallas and I'm here in the Rangers, and it's 12-10 or 9-11 every night. Yeah, that's cool, man. But I love a good pitching duel, and then one person right through hit one home run or one thing. I just like it. I like both, so I'm not gonna say I want to. Home runs make it better for me. If we win 1-0, we still won, and somebody hit a home run or we had to bunt somebody home. I just like good baseball. That's me.
Yeah, and people idea of good baseball will always be different, though.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, home runs are exciting, man. That's great. That's good. But I like a good 3-2 battle. The other night, tell me that game with the Braves 5-3 wasn't good. I mean, that wasn't a good game. We up. What were we up 3-2 and we was up 3-1 and we lost, but that was a good game. I mean, it don't have to be all fireworks for it to be exciting and good.
But tell me, you didn't feel that home run Ozuna hit when we won 5-3.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean that's great. I mean you still got it, but it's a battle. It's a battle till you get to that point. I don't want it to be 3 homes, like the Yankees hitting 5 in an inning or something, or whatever the case may be, and just blowing people out. I mean, I like it. I just love all around baseball. I just don't want it to turn into an offensive show. Yeah, you like it, but real baseball is not coming to the ballpark and just pointing at the stands and hitting them out all the time either.
Yeah. All right.
Just me.
Well, TK, before we get to that next buy and sell real quick, I got an update. Wasn't I dogging Duvall a minute ago?
Yeah.
The Phillies had tied at 3-3 in the 8th. Matt Olson hit a home run. Jeff Olson hit a home run to go up 4-3, and Adam Duvall hit a double to go up 5-3. So
look at that, home run strikes again.
See, you said about Matt Olson, I said about Duvall. So hey, it's 5-3 right now, going to the bottom of the ninth. So continue on, TK.
All right. Next up, we got the old man, Charlie Morton. Buy or sell? Charlie Morton has turned the corner.
Buy. And I'm keeping that receipt. You can throw it away like TK said. I mentioned earlier, I broke it down the last 4 starts. He only has 1 win, 3 non-decisions on it. But Charlie Morton has turned it around a lot. He's still giving up 2 or 3 runs a game every now and then, but the K's have been there. He looks more poised than he did before. Yeah, I'm backing Charlie right now. I'm buying that.
I'm gonna buy it, but I'm gonna staple it and put it in the file cabinet. Keep the receipt. I'm gonna Xerox it. I'm gonna scan it just in case. But I'm buying it too.
Okay, so we got the Powell brothers both buying it. Okay, well, I hate to be the dissenting voice amongst the
it's okay. We already won.
But I'm gonna sell this.
Oh,
why?
Oh,
I'm gonna sell this, and the reason why I'm gonna sell it is just like Jermaine said. So you look at Charlie. Yeah, he had the K's. He had 11 back-to-back 11. But you kind of take those games out the equation, and his last 7 starts, he's kind of like where Ian Anderson is. 5 games, 4 runs or more. I think I got to see him a couple more times before I really buy into it.
I can deal with it.
He ain't quite turned the corner. He at the stop sign with his blinkers on.
He got his blinker on. Yeah. It's still a red light.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Come on, I can buy it.
Turn the corner. Yeah, but he's looking good though, man.
Let me be real. We need him to turn the corner.
Yeah.
Because if we get him and we get Soroka back, 2019 Soroka.
Yeah.
So you got a nice row of pitchers with Freed, Wright, Morton, Soroka, Strider.
Yeah.
And Anderson is in case of emergency break glass.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but I'm
think
hoping
he
need
does.
that sixth starter getting closer to, down the stretch. Not the sixth starter, but somebody like that can come out the bullpen and give somebody an extra day sometime.
Yeah. And that'd be real huge come playoff time.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but he want to cut the roster, man.
Somebody got to go, man. It's got to be Jackson Stevens. Heredia and Jackson Stevens is up on deck, ready to go. All right. Finally.
Okay.
It's time to put the Matt Olson, Freddie Freeman talk to bed.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. He's came home. He's got his ring.
Yeah.
I think we all buying that. It's time to get behind Matt Olson now. Let's support him. Well, I don't know who team it is because there's no really leader on this team, really. So, but let's get behind Matt and
what you always tell me, it's Heredia's team or it's somebody's team. I think it's what's his name's team though.
It's Dansby team.
Could
be.
It
ain't Dansby team. No.
Right now, he the MVP of the team.
Yeah, he is. It could. I guess you would say Acuña's team because of his passion and all, but nobody's really that just leader. I see.
Listen,
we don't know that because we're not in the club.
Right.
You don't see who's talking to folks and whatever. But I don't. That's interesting. I don't know who.
But if you're going by looks, it's Max Fried because that guy has some looks, don't he?
Yeah. And did you hear him the other night on the broadcast?
Yeah, I was listening.
That was some good stuff by him, and it just seemed like they all having fun together. I'll just put it like that too.
I agree. Like honestly, man, you don't really need that lead. Like baseball ain't really like football. You need that lead on football on offense. That quarterback on offense. Yep. You need that quarterback on defense. You need that leader on the basketball court. Pushing the ball and this, that, and the third. Baseball, you just need everybody to do their damn job.
That's the same with anything, man. I mean, just like
I agree with that.
Who do you think the leader of the team was last year?
Freddie was emotionally the way he cried.
Jock Peterson.
No, he wasn't, sir. No, he wasn't.
I'm gonna say Jock.
So here's the thing, man. There's a difference between being a leader and being somebody that the team gravitates and rallies around. True. Like Jock came with the hair with the pearls, and we are them MFers, and people just gravitated towards that.
Did.
But if you pay attention to that team, you had they show peaks in the dugout. You had Freddie's and different people here. People up on deck.
No, I think it was Freddie. But I just know Jock was kind of
he was emotional leader.
We can do this, y'all. If y'all going, come on, go with me because we're going to do this.
Jock was the deacon of the church who sang, "I love the Lord, he heard my cry," and then the whole team. That's who Jock was.
I don't think they would have won it without Jock last year, honestly.
Nah.
It was more than Jock. It was that was a phase thing. All three of them guys they picked up helped them win the series. Eddie,
they all won each won a different series. Jock helped with the Brewers series. What's the name? Rosario with the Dodgers series. Then Soler was with the Astros. Yeah. I don't think that home run has landed yet that he hit with the Astros.
What a beautiful swing that was.
God. But back to the question at hand real quick. Yeah, it's time. It's time to put it all to bed. I'm sick of hearing the comparisons about him from people.
Man, I gave my Ambien a long time ago. He sleep, bro. It's over. I ain't crying no more with Freddie. Now when he gets food like that guy said on the radio. I'm gonna cheer for him till he get in the batter's box. Then F Freddie.
Yeah,
I said that to TK. TK was like, "He right."
That's what it is, man.
Man.
I show him his love, his respect. But once he stepped in that, You a Dodger, bro. And
That's
we
how I
hate the
feel.
Yeah,
Dodgers.
you in Dodger blue, and you always come out. You want to go home, or you want to play for the Dodgers in a quiet kind of sort of way. So go on and play with them now. Now we have Matt Olson at first base for your Atlanta Braves.
Right.
That's right.
And
I
you
agree.
stuck with them high ass taxes and gas. So that's what he crying about. He came home like, damn, gas ain't $7 here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How much is it in Atlanta? I wonder anyway.
Oh, it's about the same as here when I was just there a couple weeks ago.
And his
wife
must still be living there. Has he moved?
I think they moved.
Like
no, they gone.
Sound like he drove from the house to he drove in. So
they may hadn't sold their house yet.
Let it go, Freddie. It's over, buddy. We moved on.
Yeah. It's just time to move on.
5 divided by 5 or times 5 equals 25. So we got Matt Olson. Let's go.
So speaking of moving on,
Mm-hmm.
we in a new week, new slate of games. We got 6 this week with the Phillies.
Yep.
And the Reds. They get to see the terrible Reds who we should have swept opening the season. I'm still scratching my head about that.
Horrible opening season, right? Wasn't that horrible?
Yeah.
In their defense, we wasn't sweeping
The
nobody.
Reds might not won a game since they played the Braves in opening week.
Not many. They haven't won many. I'll say that. But right now,
I was shocked.
good.
I was concerned about the team after that series. What is going on with the Braves?
Well, TK leading to this Phillies series is 2-0, right? 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth right now. So look like we finna get that first win tonight.
Stop it.
The Phillies.
Hey, don't be saying that, Jermaine. We didn't have that happen. Come on, leave that.
Hey, I trust Will Smith, man. And then
he's not pitching. It's Minter.
Oh God. Well, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. The Mets are still getting shut out at home 9-0. So
well,
okay.
all I'm saying is what just came up, that's the game. End of the night, Braves won.
Okay.
So apparently Will Smith the pitcher just slapped Philly like Will Smith the actor. So good job, Will. We appreciate that.
Phillies, you got to watch Philly, man. Philly is one of those sneaky teams. Plus, they still a rival of the Braves. Who know the Braves better than the Phillies?
They always playing smaller to me. So yeah.
And I mean, when we was hot, the Phillies was hot too.
Yep.
They were there last year, and the Mets just ran out of gas last year. But this year we got to catch them again. Hopefully, we can catch them for the All-Star break and make it tight.
And honestly, like what TK was talking about too, when we was on that 14 game winning streak, the Phillies was on the streak too.
Yeah. They was I want to say they won 9 in a row during our run as well. Yep. So they was doing their thing, but
no Bryce Harper, which is a good thing for us. I mean, I hope he has a speedy recovery. But that's a team you have to watch. You're looking at the Reds coming up, man. The Reds, the Braves have never really traditionally played good in Cincinnati. They never have. I don't know what it is about it, but hopefully they can correct that this time. But that's those like
25 and 40.
Yeah,
25 and 47.
As TK, we said before, these are teams that you got to beat. You got to win these series.
Yeah.
You're not going to sweep everybody, but you got to win series.
Yeah.
You can't lose you can't lose all 3 of the Reds or 1 out of 3 or whatever it is. You can't do that.
You got to sweep the Reds. I don't want no 2-1. You got to beat the Reds 3-0. It's and that's the signs of good teams, man.
Yeah, you're right. Go in and
supposed to beat soundly.
Beat who you're supposed to beat. Yeah.
We wasn't doing that starting off the year.
Oh no, sir. No, not when we lost the opening game to the Reds like they had just won the World Series.
Right.
And truth be told, you mentioned beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. We said this past weekend was going to tell us a lot about the Braves with the Giants and the Dodgers, who are the best teams in the league. 7 games against both of those. Truth be told, we could have came out 6-1. We probably should have came out 6-1. The only game we legitimately lost was that first game against the Dodgers.
Yep.
during the Freddie saga. But the Giants games, even that was the 12-10 game, we should have won that one. The last game against the Dodgers, we should have won. So we really could have came out.
You take the lead in the ninth inning. Good gracious.
God, dang
it.
Yeah.
So
don't remind me.
So tomorrow, next game up, we got Kyle right on the bump. He's sitting 8-4.
Yeah.
Playing well.
Yeah,
he is.
Yeah.
Followed by Ian Anderson. So that's gonna be another 4-run game for at least 4 runs.
No, I'm getting on him now. I'm gonna get on the ride. I'm riding him now. Let's go.
So you know,
come out and pitch a gym.
Then you follow that up. You're gonna have Strider, Freed, Morton again. So
that's a sweep. That should be a sweep, man.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds like
that should be a sweep.
This should get swept.
They should.
So
yeah.
Right. With who we got coming up, and hopefully, Acuña's back.
Yeah.
They should get swept, man. So with that being said, Jeff, I'm gonna start you off. Give me your predictions.
I'm gonna go 5-1 over the weekend. 5-1 over the weekend.
5-1. So
we're gonna lose a stinker somewhere. Huh?
I said according to DJ Jeff JP, we going 5-1.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Jermaine?
You know I always gotta do 4-2, man.
Oh,
I can't never do the 1.
So 5-1, man.
So you like Martin? You can't do the 5, huh?
I can't do the 5. 4-2.
Oh man, come on.
Go do the 6-0, TK. 6-0.
You know what?
You got one out the way.
You know what? I can't do the 6, but I can do the 5.
You can do the 5?
Yeah. I can do the 5.
Just looking at this schedule, boy, it's gonna get good. The Mets are coming to town for a week. Jermaine, that's the one we need to go to.
Yeah. We could catch them jokers too.
Yeah.
All right.
We might catch them for the All-Star break.
So we got
What you going, 6-0, TK?
Nah, I'm doing the 5.
5-1. Okay. All right.
I can't
You know what? Let me change that. I'm going 6-0.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 6-0.
Okay, you already.
Yeah, I'm going 6-0.
You don't need but 5 more. You good.
And Anderson gonna be lights out. We're going 6-0.
Okay, I like that. That might get us back. That might get us back in there, y'all. We might be down 2 or 3 by the time the Mets come down.
6-0, TK. Put me down 6-0.
From your lips to God's
to his
ears.
paper.
I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I hope you're right, man, because my hope is that we are at least tied or ahead of the Mets by the break. So I would love for us to have a week of.
Well, that probably would break their heart because they were how big a lead they had this year? Maybe 10, 12?
11.
They was up. Yeah, they was up quite a bit.
They was up 11, and we managed to play it down to 4. So
picked up 7 games.
I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
So before we slide out of here like we do, we still got to do our player of the week, prospect of the week.
Yep.
So this week's prospect, and we've seen him before on the bump for us in the majors, but we got Tucker.
Hey, Tucker Davidson.
Yeah. Tucker had a big week, man. He I think his last game he had 9 Ks, I believe it was. He let me find it again.
And he got the major league experience too.
Right.
And the good thing is, boy, the Braves farm system is just always smoking with talent.
Yeah, it always has been.
Always. Good.
So I done lost his numbers. I had in front of me, but I know for this week, Tucker had a huge week.
Mm-hmm.
He made the all prospect team that they do every week,
Mm-hmm.
and he doing his thing, man. And like you said, Jeff, we keep arms in the stash. Hopefully, uh, hopefully we can have him step up because Charlie 38. At some
Oh
point, he
yeah.
got to go.
Oh yeah. Might
Yeah,
be this
next
year.
year, but
Might be next year.
Charlie got a ring this year, the ring last year, so he's good. We can send him off with a smile.
I bet you they don't offer him a huge contract.
No.
Who, Charlie?
Yeah.
No. Different category, man. He ain't been there forever. He ain't the heart and soul of the organization.
But yeah, so that's our prospect of the week, Mr. Tucker Davidson. He's down there in Gwinnett with the Gwinnett Stripers, doing his thing. Shout out to him. Matter of fact, let me give you his numbers. Let me find it real quick because I don't even feel right by not doing it. And I had it and I lost it. And I hate when I do that.
Yeah.
It's okay, sir.
Also, while you're searching for those numbers, we haven't mentioned this young man on the show tonight, but shout out to Michael Harris, still doing his thing, batting .327 and getting on base, getting some RBIs, getting some runs for us. I don't see that kid going back down to Gwinnett at all. I don't see it.
Nah. So Tucker, he pitched 6 2/3 scoreless innings in a 7-2 Stripers win. He had 9 Ks. He had all his pitches working, his curveball, his slider, everything was going. And
that's a good insurance policy.
Yeah.
Definite good insurance policy.
Yeah, it is. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully he keeps getting better. He keeps getting consistent. And when it's time to call him up, we'll have another young arm to add with Freed, to add with Strider, who's still increasing his rookie of the year odds.
Yep.
Plus 400 last week. I think he's increasing a little bit more. So it looks good for the Braves, man.
It does. It really
a
does.
lot of people felt some type of way when AA gave up the some of the farm to get Matt Olson, but we still got some good kids left, man, who we both think will be some big contributors to the team. So definitely look forward to it. So man, this has been another great episode, man.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I want to thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
For coming through, man, and we hope you come through again and chop it up with us, man.
Hey, man, invite me back. I'll be back, man. Me and Jermaine are diehard, grew up Braves fans, man. We go way back.
I look forward to having you, man. Hopefully we won't have much crybaby Freddie talk.
No, Freddie, it's done, man. It's done. I'm over it now.
Oh boy.
Oh man.
It's past. It's gone. I'm done with it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm done.
Yeah. I'm over it, man. Again, thanks for all the memories. Good luck, except when we see you in the playoffs, Freddie.
Yeah. Good luck, except in the playoffs. And may you get hit with a pitch or something.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, you are over it.
You over it.
Hey, it's about the name on the front, not the name on the back.
I agree with that.
Me too.
Jermaine, you got anything you want to add to it?
Just one thing before we get out of here, make sure support the show. Leave us a comment, leave us a like, or anything, a gripe, whatever. Let us know you like it. You can catch us pretty much anywhere where you get your podcast at.
Yeah.
And just one other little tidbit I'm gonna leave with Tyrus here. Michael Ford DH tonight. He had 3 at bats, 3 strikeouts. But anyway, I thought you liked to hear that. Bro.
They about to call him a Uber fresh up out of Atlanta soon as Rosario is ready.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
Right about that. Yeah,
they about to get him out of there. But yeah, like you said, Jermaine, we are on Spotify, we are on Anchor, we are on Google Podcasts, we are on Amazon Music. You can find us on Twitch. You can find us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, the Chop Shop Podcast. So yeah, man, again, we thank you all for the likes, shares, and follows. And we look for the continued support. So on behalf of myself, TK, behalf of my co-host, Mr. JP Jermaine Powell, and on behalf of his brother, Mr. Jeff Powell, DJ JP, the Freddie apologist.
Man, thank y'all for having me. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm a sentimental kind of guy. I'm a Freddie kind of guy, man. But it's over with now. Let's move on. Let's get this. I want Jermaine to get his 6-0. So let's get it.
And in the words of Mary J. Blige and not Freddie Freeman, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. We appreciate y'all tuning in. This has been the Chop Shop Podcast, episode number 10. And we gonna see you guys after they go 6-0 next week.
All right.
Let's go Brave.
Let's go.